stay tuned for Airgun Detectives.
Welcome to another episode of Airgun Detectives. I'm your host, JC, and today we're going to take the mystery out of the new ASG 1911. Yes, the brand new ASG 1911. And you guys know how I feel about 1911s. I absolutely love them. But this is actually what it looked like right out of the box. But this is what it looks like now. So it's a little bit different. Yes, but we'll get into that. Before we get started on this, do me a favor, if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button down in the corner. It doesn't cost you anything. It's absolutely free, but it really does help support the channel. And I'd be very grateful for that because I really want to keep doing what we're doing here. Also, check out my website, www.airgundetectives.com. On that site, I got various t-shirts, I've got hats, got my Generation 2 bipods, we got our Gamma trigger screws, I got some silhouette targets, hopefully they're still there by the time this video comes out. And I am releasing a lot of my personal inventory, and it does not last, it goes quick. Because I usually only have one of whatever's up there, and when it's gone, it's gone. So anyway, let's get back to our subject on hand. This is the new ASG 1911. And as I said before, you guys know how I feel about 1911s. I absolutely love them. This one, ASG, is put out by Action Sport Games. And don't get confused, this is a new version. This is not a KWC Foundation. It's completely different. But anyway, this pistol here, I'll show it to you real quick. It does have the full-out drop-out magazine. And you've seen this magazine before with the little slide on the top here. Because what we're going to have on this is we're going to get, it's not a full blowback, but it's a, it's like a 3/4 blowback, if you look at that, 3/4 blowback. But what you get with that, when you have a 3/4 blowback, you get a lot more velocity. And they're claiming this will shoot close to that 400 feet per second mark, which is pretty good. It does have, as we just showed you, the full dropout magazine, takes the CO2 in there, and then 18 rounds. So you got 18 rounds, and I like the fact that the valve and all that is right in there. So as I said, the gun shoots, they say the claim close to that 400 feet per second mark. It weighs close to 2 pounds. It's about 8.5 inches long overall length. It's got the 5-inch barrel. And as I said before, it does not look like this out of the box. This was a lot of elbow grease, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that at the end as far as customization goes. But pretty awesome gun. This does have the safety on the left side. It's not on the right side for your ambidextrous ones. But the safeties, but it's got the full function. It even has the back strap safety on it. I did on this one put a little nail polish on that front sight just so it improves the sight picture a lot. But good looking gun. But let's go out and test it. When we're done testing it, we'll come back and talk about it, and we'll go over a few details. So stay tuned for the next segment. Let's test our ASG 1911 over the chronograph. We're just going to be shooting basic 5.1 zinc BBs. Let's just shoot 5 shots over the chrony. We'll see what type of velocity we get. All right, shot number 1. 333. Shot number 2. It's a brand new CO2, so there we go. 395. We'll not even count that first shot. All right, and so we'll call this shot number 2. 415. Shot number 3. 410. Shot number, we'll call it 4. 404. And one more. 396. Yeah, so that was a brand new CO2, so the first shot, we'll disregard that. So it's right around that 400, little over 400 feet per second. So not too shabby. That's definitely about 100 feet per second than most of the KWC ones. So that's definitely pretty awesome. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, we're going to test our ASG 1911 for some accuracy. And what we're going to shoot today is, I like these Vera Cowboy, believe it or not, shot steel BBs. They're just a 5.1 grain zinc BB, but I've had these laying around, so that's what we're going to shoot today. We're going to take 5 shots with this. We're our usual 10 meters, which is roughly 12 yards, but we're going to take 5 shots. We'll see how well it groups. I'll just aim dead center, see what happens. Also, check out our distance. This is the distance we're shooting from. Again, the standard distance. So 5 shots, and let's just see how we make out here. All right. This is open sight, so I'm not making any promises. All right, shot number 1. Shot number 2. Shot number 3. Shot number 4. And shot number 5. Whoa. That's actually really respectable for a smoothbore BB gun from this distance. Yeah, that really is. I'll take that every time. I really will. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's test our ASG, our 1911 here, and see what type of pull weight we got on this trigger. I'm going to guess probably around 4 pound, somewhere around there. But we got a trusty Lyman trigger gauge. Let's find out exactly what it is. All right. Actually, it shows 7 pounds, 11 ounces. Very surprising, because it doesn't feel like that when you're shooting it. Not at all. So 7 pounds, 11 ounces. All right, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's do a little plinking with our 1911 here. This thing is pretty accurate, it really is. So I challenged myself a little bit. We'll put up some small targets here. We're usual 10 meters. Same distance we were shooting the actual targets from. It's about 12 yards. Go ahead and check that out real quick, and you can see what we have. We got like 4 shotgun shells up there on the top row. We've got a little pig, a couple cans on the bottom, little vitamin bottles. Anyway, let's just see how well we can do. We got a full magazine, so we'll start at the top. We'll work our way from the right to the left, and then we'll clear the bottom row. All right, so let's start with the shotgun shell on the right side. Gotta like it. All right, little pig. Oh yeah. The other shotgun shell. We're doing pretty good here so far. The other shotgun shell. Oh yeah. And how about the last one? Whoa, we cleared that top rail pretty good. Not too shabby. Now the bigger targets. Let's knock these things out. All right, let's see how fast we can knock these out. You gotta like it. Oh yeah. Whew. You know, not only is this thing powerful for a BB pistol, it is pretty doggone accurate. I just demonstrated that. Not too shabby. Anyway, hey, let's move on to the next segment. All right, let's wrap this up with our conclusion. Man, what an exceptional performance by this 1911. I really, really like it. But like anything else, let's talk about the negatives. Probably one of my very few negatives is, as far as field stripping this goes, there's a pin you got to pop out. There's a photo up here for you. But there's a pin you actually have to pop out to get the slide out. So not so authentic. It would have been nice if you just had the slide release pull out like the KWC Foundation does. But it's a little different setup, so you just got to figure it out. So you got to pop that pin out. And that's probably my only negative. So let's just get into the positives right off the top. Okay, first of all, let's talk about velocity. This thing shoots about 100 feet per second more than your KWC model. So you're getting a lot more velocity out of this one. And with that, you have the 3/4 blowback rather than the full blowback. But hey, it's close enough. It really is. But plenty of velocity on this one, that's for sure. Definitely powerful. Powerful enough to puncture a soup can, just so you know. Another thing is the accuracy. The accuracy was great on this. It really was. For a smooth bore BB pistol, you guys saw, I'll be honest with you guys, I was surprised in the plinking session. I was expecting to miss a couple shots. So I was probably as surprised as you were. Because even off camera, you know, even with the BBs, you'll get a few straight shots and then you'll get one little curve. You know how BBs are. So we just got really, really lucky on camera, I have to tell you. Because that was unusual. But anyway, so I'm glad it happens. But don't think that happens with me all the time. Believe me, I miss just like everybody else does. But overall, our accuracy was good. You guys saw the target. I mean, we had basically a 1-inch group at our 10 meters or 12 yards. So anytime you get that out of smoothbore BB pistol, you're doing really, really well. I really like the blowback on this. It's a heavy, crisp blowback. So it really feels like you're shooting a semi-automatic pistol. So that's very, very authentic. The trigger's authentic. In fact, with these magazines, this is the first time I've seen such an authentic type trigger with a 1911. It really is. Backstrap safety works, so you gotta like that. You really do. This is also very frugal on CO2. And you know, when it has a little less blowback, that 3/4 blowback, you're gonna get a few more shots, which is kind of nice. So we figure we got somewhere between 80 and 90 good shots. And don't forget, your ambient temperature is going to determine how many shots you're going to get out of your CO2. So warmer days, you're going to get much more shots than you are cooler days. So, but this was a bargain. I got this, I can tell you, I bought this one off of Amazon. It was right around $100. In fact, our buddy Broer, he's the one that brought it to my attention, so he cost me $100, but anyway. But let's talk a little bit about the customization. That's another fantastic thing about this gun, kind of like the KWCs. You can customize this. And that's what I did. I took the slide off it. I'll show you some pictures here. Masked it off, did some serious wet and dry and some polishing. And what did we end up with? A nice two-tone 1911. And it is really a good-looking pistol. There's no, in my opinion, there's no question about that. So you do have that feature that you can really customize it. So it's really awesome. So think about this. So we had really good accuracy. We got plenty of power. We got the 1911, authentic, basically framework, with the exception of the slide release. Slide release is authentic. It's just, I told you, when you field strip it, normally you'd pop that pin out, but you actually have to pop that front pin out. But anyway, so other than that, I mean, fantastic CO2 pistol. And reasonable price, right around $100. So you know how I am. I'm a little biased when it comes to 1911s, but I'm going to have to give this one 5 stars because of that, everything I just laid out. So I think this is pretty awesome. So if you're into 1911s, I would highly, highly recommend this one. That's for sure. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Airgun Detectives, where this is where we take the mystery out of the air gun. So next time, I hope you're getting plenty of shooting in. You and your families are doing quite well. So take care, and God bless.